Hey, everybody, and welcome back to this season of Exceeding the Crown. This is the first episode, and I'm so excited. You want to hear my excitement? Cue music now. Oh, yeah, I'm so excited. And this season, Exceeding the Crown presents Divorce, Not Damage. And it really comes from, well, I went through a divorce and I'm not damaged. I am so excited for this season. I have so many amazing people coming on. I have some male versus female episodes. I have a doctor coming on. Like, y'all, it's been, how many years have we been doing this? And we are back. I took last year off. Well, because I was going through a divorce or whatever. And we are back. Our first episode is Losing the Future You Imagined. And I get to have this first episode with my sister queen, MarKeshia Woodson. Crazy. We have like some of the same experience when it comes to being a missus to a miss in this pageant world. So I'm so happy that I get to do this first episode with her. I know you guys are going to enjoy this conversation. So let's go, y'all. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Exceeding the Crown. Today I have the beautiful MarKeshia Woodson here to have a wonderful conversation about losing the future you imagine. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit pageantry because that's how we met. She is my pageant sister. And that was what, 3 years ago?
Yes, about 3 years ago.
3 years ago? One thing that they say in pageant world is you have sister queens, and you meet amazing women in this sport that you become friends with forever. If you don't do pageantry and you looking for sisters or friends, I would say get into it, okay? Because it's amazing. So you're competing this year.
I am.
For
Miss Georgia for America Strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And currently my title is Miss Tequila for America Strong.
Okay, so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You started out as a missus.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious that we both have the same story.
I know, right?
Started out as missus competing. Divorce. What made you be like, I'm coming back after the divorce as a miss? And you won. It's not like you competed,
right.
But you competed and won.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what? I don't know if you remember this. You should remember this. But when we were when I was giving away my crown and you were competing the same year,
Mm-hmm.
we kind of had that moment where we realized we were both kind of going through the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think I got a lot of questions asking me like, where is your husband? Because normally when you show up to give your crown away, your husband is there with you, right? So he wasn't there, obviously. So when we had that little conversation, and then when you went in there and you told them, you know, what you were going through, you had your interview, and then when you got on stage and did your on-stage question, it was like, you know, I don't look like what I've been through. I don't know what your answer was. I know it touched me, and it was like centered around kind of like the divorce or like, you know, coming into your own. So that's what's like, okay, she did it. I can do it. I'm coming back and I'm going to be on stage just like Brittany was on stage.
Okay.
And I'm going to kill it. So yes.
Oh, well, thank you.
Solidify my decision.
For you. And it's going to be good. So let's get into how long were you married?
I was married for 5 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. With him for 11 years and then 5 years married.
5 years married.
Mm-hmm.
And I do remember us having this, and this is kind of really why I wanted you for this topic, because when we were having that little conversation, you said you weren't even, it took you by a loop. Like you weren't even knowing that's where you guys were going.
Yeah.
So with that, like what was the hardest part for you having to let go of what you imagined?
I think the hardest part was not being in control. So I am very much so the person who's like managing the household. I'm creating a plan. I'm just anything I put my mind to, whether that's pageantry, community service, school. I'm able to control kind of the trajectory of what happens. And when this kind of just hit me, it was like, oh, I didn't make this decision. I'm not in control anymore. What do I do? So yeah, that kind of took me by a loop.
So what did you do?
I kind of just went with the flow. I'll say this. I didn't fight back.
Okay.
Because you kind of know when it's heading to a certain place. Like, you don't know how extreme it's going to get, but you do know when it's heading to a dark place. And I think I kind of was like mentally preparing myself for the worst, not knowing that it would actually get to the worst. So I didn't fight back. Reason being, I felt like I wasn't wanted. And when I feel like you didn't want me anymore, I wasn't going to fight back for it. Maybe that wasn't the best decision, but that's what I did. That's
decision.
What I felt in the moment. Was right to do.
So how did losing what you imagine, like, how did that show up for you emotionally, mentally?
So emotionally, losing what I imagine, I'll start with mentally. So mentally, again, me losing that control, I just kind of felt defeated. So I don't want to say that I went to a dark spot, but I definitely had to kind of like rethink some things. Like, why doesn't he like me? You start feeling like kind of damaged goods in a sense, was it the cooking? Was it the cleaning?
Yeah.
Was it, what did I do? Did I get away? What did I do?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I felt. And then emotionally, it was like, I'm sad, but I'm involved in so much that I really tried to mask it. Like, I tried to let people see. I tried to like just kind of keep it going. But I was really messed up inside. I was really sad, disappointed, and I felt like a failure. Yeah.
Did you inside, like, because you knew it was getting to a dark place, did you feel like it was getting to a dark place that you guys could still resolve though?
I felt like we were kind of at an impasse. Like, we had tried everything. We went to counseling multiple times. We had multiple conversations. I think I was just kind of like lost. Like, what else could we really do? And another reason I think that I didn't really fight back, because I thought that, okay, maybe we need this divorce so we can work on ourselves and then come back together. I really honestly, in my heart of hearts, thought that that's what we were going to do. Because there was so many like divorce, like threatened divorce, like within, when you're arguing and you're just in the heat of the moment, like, well, maybe we don't need to be together. But then somehow you work it out and you come together.
Yeah.
So it kind of like, it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf when the divorce actually was put on the table. Like, oh, we're just going to get divorced, but we're going to come back together. It's going to be okay, So that's kind of how I felt. So yeah.
When did you realize like this time there is no coming back together?
That is a good question. It took me over a year to figure that out. It really did. So we got divorced, and I think I felt relieved, one, because it was like, okay, I knew it was coming, but now it's here. Now I finally know what I can do, because when you're waiting for the divorce or for that dark spot to come or whatever, that's coming, you're kind of anxious. You don't know what to do. It's kind of like you're waiting for a good grade or waiting for your grade to come back, right? So I took the test. I'm not sure if I did too well on the test. Am I going to get an A? Am I going to get an F? Do I need to cry? Do I need to study more? What do I need to do?
Yeah.
The divorce comes. Finally, I know what I need to do. The year passes, and then he comes back, and then he tells me that like he's dating someone else and he wants the kids to meet him. That's when I knew
there is no coming back.
Oh, there's no coming back from this.
So you had this, there can be reconciliation for a whole year.
I give it a little more than a year.
Okay.
A little more than a year. I honestly felt in my heart of hearts, let me take some cooking classes. Let me start working out. Let me do this, because we're getting back together. I don't know when, but we're getting back together. Let me get myself together. That's what I thought.
And then the reality, he's moved on. And so really what you even then imagine then is like, destroyed.
It was, yes, totally dissolved. Like, it's not happening. It's gone. That was the point where I actually cried. Because after my divorce, I didn't cry.
Because you thought you guys were going to get back together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I lived on that thought for over a year. So when that finally happened, I was like, oh, okay. Now the true emotions of a divorce and what people are seeing on TV or what people are saying you're going to feel. Like, are you okay? Are you sure? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. That's how I felt. No, you're not fine. And it's showing up now. So, yeah.
Because even for that year, that means like you were still working on yourself, prepared. Like for you, you're still a wife.
Yeah.
Like, and my husband is coming back.
Yeah.
So, okay. So then how did you deal with that loss? Like when it finally hit you that this is it, how did you deal with that?
I definitely remember going through stages of like sadness at first, and then like guilt, and then like anger, and then wanting to like retaliate.
Yeah.
You know, so like I went through these stages of feeling this this news that he gave me, and then after that I was like, okay, reset your mind. You were working on yourself to be a better wife. You didn't know that you were going to work on yourself to be a better wife for somebody else. And it wasn't going to be for him. You still needed to work on yourself. You still needed to learn how to, you know, cook or do whatever. You know, you still needed to be healthy and be in shape. So knowing that, I tried to like just kind of rechange my mind, my support system, my mom, my sister, my friends, even going to church and therapy, like all of that stuff helped me kind of like mentally prepare myself, or just kind of change to think that everything wasn't in vain, you know? Because at first I was like, you're doing everything for him and now he doesn't want you. Why doesn't he want you? You just did all this work over a year for him. But I had to really change it, and like, you did all this work for you, not for him. You needed to do it anyways.
Do you feel like that's what helped you like kind of create this new vision?
I definitely do. It helped me create a new vision. And then it also helped me with my like consistency to stay on that path. Because when you get into like that depressive state, it's like, I don't want to do anything anymore. I don't want to show up for myself. I don't want to show up for my kids. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to get out of bed. Yeah. But because I was doing that stuff for a year, it was easier for me to get up and keep doing it because my body was kind of like on autopilot.
Routine. Yeah.
Right. So I do take that goodness from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you now? So we've gone through, it's not coming back. You've had to reimagine. Where are you now?
I'm good mentally. And I'm just continuing to work on the things that I've always been doing. I think that right now, because I'm able to do everything I was doing before, it's kind of like a little motivation. It's like a booster for me because I was doing those things with him, with his help. And now I'm doing those things without him. And it was hard to do with him, very hard. But it should be even harder to do without him. But because I'm able to do those things, so when we're talking about pageantry, we're talking about like NAACP, doing community service events. We're talking about school, which is hard, you know, in itself. And you're able to do all this and you're by yourself. Girl, you got it going on. Like, you know, it's motivating. It's a confidence booster, you know, for me to keep going. So that's where I am now, continuing therapy, continuing to just stay in my word, go to church, continuing to surround myself with positive people, a positive support group. That's where I am now.
So what if for anybody that may be like watching right now that may have been where you are and in that place of, oh, this is really not, you know, working, like this is over. What type of advice from what you went through would you give to somebody else?
I think I would tell them to, one, give yourself some grace. Know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and to just keep going, you know, really, really lean into the feelings that you're feeling, because I tried my best to like put on a brave face and not really lean into those feelings. A part of that is because I thought, well, honestly, we were getting that together. So once I found that out, you know, I really had to lean into those feelings, and I had to cry, and I had to go through those stages of grief, because if you don't do it now, it's going to come out, you know, and it came out. And I feel like it would have been much healthier if I would have allowed myself to feel those feelings at the very beginning instead of trying to like mask it. But that's what I would tell them, to lean into those feelings and don't hold back, because it may come out at the wrong time. It's going to hit you at some point. You don't know when. So if you're one of those people like me who wants to be in control the narrative of when you feel those feelings, and find help, find help fast, soon.
Help is we all need help. Don't be that person. Don't be that.
Professional help. I felt myself leaning a lot on my friends and telling them the story over and over again. You could kind of tell when you're telling somebody something and they're tired of hearing it, right?
Yeah.
So professional help is what I would recommend.
Professional help. Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed this conversation. We're going to end it off a little bit more pageantry. So let them know how to follow your journey.
Okay.
What do you have any big community projects in your platform?
So my platform is maternal health. I'm a birth and postpartum doula, and I'm very passionate about women's health, Black women specifically. So I have my Instagram page. It's at Miss Tequila for America Strong. And then I also have my personal page. It's Is She Ethiopian _. And both of those, I'm posting different events you can come out for, different things I'm doing. And yeah, you can follow the journey there.
Wonderful. So all of her information will be in the captions. Make sure you follow her pageant journey. She does a lot of amazing work inside of the community. If you do want to also book her for appearances. Yep.
Okay, I like that.
Make sure you message her as well. I hope this conversation was helpful and healing for someone out there. And until next time, go have a great day.